Hi guys, today we'll be showing our motor skill that we learned, which is basketball free throws. We have two participants, the first one being Aeden. He's 21 years old, 5'10", 195, and played as a kid. Then we have Trevor, who is 21, 5'11", 155, and played in high school. So we used a basketball, a hoop, and a regulation free throw line as our equipment.
For how we conducted our study, the measure of performance was how many shots out of 10 were made. The actual practice procedure itself was 3 weeks in length, excluding any of the time taken for retention testing. Our frequency was free throws were practiced 3 sessions per week, each session on a different day with no set days of the week because of schedule and availability. And during each session, 10 total free throws were practiced. We did not use time as a measure, but rather we used the number of free throw shots, keeping it at that 10 number. And both of us did 10 free throw shots per session, so we had the same amount of practice per week.
So in the first section, Trevor does not use his legs enough, which results in a lack of power. And for Aeden, in his first session, we see that he lacks leg drive and uses just his arms and wrists. His degrees of freedom are also limited, which results in a movement that is very choppy. In Trevor's last week, his leg drive is better, and he emphasizes power coming from his legs more. Aeden's last week, he uses leg drive now, and his movement looks much more fluid with his shoulders squared to the basket, and his degrees of freedom are less limited.
So here's the data that we collected over the course of the 3 weeks, as well as our summary chart outlining our predictions and just the results and the conclusions we've drawn from both. So our first prediction was not met. Trevor had a percent score of 100%. So a retention of 0%, making 8 out of 10 of his free throws, so he did not improve over the course of the practice. Aeden had a percent score of 0%, so he also had a retention of 100%, making 7 out of 10 of his free throws, indicating that there was improvement. That improvement specifically, Trevor saw a 12.5% improvement from week 1 to the final week, and Aeden saw a 75% improvement from the start to the end. Our prediction, number 2, was somewhat incorrect. Trevor was below the predicted and Aeden was above it. Collectively, however, the average improvement was around 40%, so it was incorrect individually, but somewhat correct as a whole. Aeden improved the most, which makes sense considering the earlier learning stage that he is in and the lack of experience. And Trevor performed the best, explained by his past experience and higher level of learning, but he did not show significant signs of improvement, which is to be expected at his stage of learning.
So in terms of retention, based off the data, Trevor did not learn, but he did retain all of his previous ability. Aeden, however, did learn, shown by his retention score of 100% and his improvements over the week. Our predictions were wrong for both Aeden and Trevor, where Aeden was predicted to have retention of 60%, but he actually retained 100%, thus he improved. For Trevor, we predicted that he would retain 70%, but in reality he did not retain anything and did not improve at all. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for our next video.